Hello, Good Shepherd and Saint Francis and John. I'm Father Lin Nguyen with Saint Francis and John. This week we prepare for the 5th Sunday of Lent. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Jesus went to the Mount Olives, but early in the morning he arrived again in the temple area, and all the people started coming to him, and he sat down and taught them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, and had her stand in the middle. They said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of committing adultery. Now in the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. So what do you say?" They said this to test him so that they could have some charge to bring against him. Jesus bent down and began to write on the ground with his finger. But when they continued asking him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again he bent down and wrote on the ground. And in response, they went away one by one, beginning with the elders. So he was left alone with the woman before him. Then Jesus straightened up and said to her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She replied, "No one, sir." Then Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go, and from now on, do not sin anymore." Checkmate! Jesus did a superb move in this chess game toward the Pharisees, who wanted to debate and nitpick with Jesus over the nature of Moses' laws. Jesus clearly was not in the mood to debate and hit hard to the core of God's law of love and mercy. Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. Jesus forces the Pharisees to look into their own souls first before they want to condemn anyone else. Friends, how wonderful that the church had given us this past 5 weeks to pray and prepare ourselves for the upcoming celebration of Christ's passion and resurrection. I hope we all take this wonderful opportunity to deepen our souls and hearts and recognize our inner brokenness of sins as we prepare to walk with Christ toward the cross of salvation. For me, with this gospel, it is more than just recognizing the mercy or the compassion of God. Jesus has oriented us to the essential truth of why God comes to us. It is because of our sinful nature. As Grandma always reminded us, don't point your finger at people, because 3 fingers are pointing back at you. Or another thing for us to consider is, as we prepare to celebrate the Triduum of Christ's Passion, make sure to celebrate the Good Friday liturgy before we celebrate the Easter Sunday. So friend, here is a family activity. With your family, talk about a time when God has offered one of you mercy instead of condemnation. Perhaps has God continued to offer you grace even though you miss participating in a Sunday Mass? When was a time that each of you offered forgiveness to someone instead of persecuting them? Discuss with your family how offering forgiveness can be an act of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving during the Lent season. God bless, and see you at Mass.